Who would have thought the seemingly obedient disciple was actually a scheming Yandere? All I did was ask her to change how she addressed me, from master back to Sherzuan. She took it as abandonment. Does master not love Xinger anymore? If master only wants a different title, then you might as well call me Star Slave. From this day on, Xinger will be Star Slave, handling all of master's needs. I used to be a model young man, yet somehow reincarnated as the ultimate villain. I controlled 3 stunning female disciples, even betrayed my teacher and refined my own Sherzuan into a pill. In the end, I fought Mu Xinlan, the foremost of the righteous path, had my cultivation crippled, and fled back to Tsaming's sect in disgrace. The thought hit me like a shock. This is right before the finale. I'm about to die, poisoned by my most trusted 3rd disciple. Just then, a knock sounded at the door. Sherzuan, are you inside? It's time to take your medicine. My heart sank. She'd come, just as expected. My 3rd disciple, since Xinger, had been turned. Under the guise of delivering medicine, she brought the poison pill given by the male lead, Xiao Chun. As I weighed my options, a voice rang out in my mind. Congratulations, host. You have bound a great love system. Newbie quest received. Use great love to move Sin Xinger. Make her let go of hatred and become utterly devoted to the host. I was speechless. What kind of system is that? I'm a ruthless demon lord, aren't I? Wait, maybe not. In the original story, Xinger's affection only started after my death, which means, right now, she still can't bring herself to hurt me. Whether I love her matters more than anything to her. She's my only opening. So I dropped my usual coldness and looked at her with warmth. No need to be so tense. Come closer, Xinger. Since Xinger stared in disbelief. Is this my imagination? That aloof man's voice actually carried a hint of gentleness. This disciple greets master. She kept psyching herself up. Xinger, stay strong. There's nothing to fear. Senior brother Xiao Chun swore on his life. He's badly injured. Once he takes this void nether soul-eating powder, he'll die, body and soul, never to reincarnate. She raised the poison pill high. Master, this is the 9-turn demon-stabilizing pill Xing just refined. I stood and walked toward her slowly. That fast. Are you sure this pill is legit? Xinger wouldn't dare slack off. I refined it day and night with the blood refining hall elders. The quality should be at least 7th grade. Please rest assured, master. 7th grade? Then why is there a 9-color glow at the mouth of the bottle? Since when could you and the blood refining hall produce 9th grade pills? She panicked. It's from an auxiliary ingredient. I added a supplement. Please rest easy, master. Even with additives, it retains over 90% of the original effect. If it's even half a point less, Xinger will accept any punishment. I looked coldly at Sin Xinger kneeling before me. Pushing me to take it so eagerly. My dear disciple can't wait for her master to die. But the most tense moments are also when people are weakest. With enough build-up, so-called great love strikes straight to the soul. I took the pill. Xinger hesitated. Sherzuan, if master isn't satisfied, I can reforge it. Before she could finish, I lifted her face in my hands. Xinger, why you hate me so much? That you're desperate to kill your own master? Come with me. Tears welled up in her eyes. Master, do you not trust Xingo? No need to ask. Just follow. Xinger answered softly and followed. I smiled. Just as I'd expected, she still lacked the resolve to turn on me. Use that, and the ending could be reversed. Moments later, I led her to the underground first level of the blood kitchen. Faced with walls of skulls, Xinger tensed. Master, what are these? I explained patiently. They're all one-eyed shamans from the southern border's 100,000 mountains. Years ago, their chief, Tuoba Changyu, lured me in. I was tortured beyond measure, life worse than death. He tried to seize my innate formless demon seed. At the critical moment, my demon blood erupted, and I escaped. When my demonic arts were complete, the first thing I did was return to the 100,000 mountains to repay their kindness. Xinger felt a pang of sympathy. Even Sherzuan's own Sherzuan sought his demon seed, and the shamans plotted against him too. Anyone who endured that would grow cold to the world. Shurzuan shouldn't have been treated like this. But Xiao Chun had already revealed this man's true face. If she didn't kill him now, who knew how many would die by his hand? I pushed open the door. Gulme, this is what I really want you to see. Inside, several beads floated in midair. Sen Xinger covered her mouth in shock. Shadow-stealing demon beads. She recalled her second senior sister's words. The beads could monitor every move and relay images at the owner's will. The one in your bedroom was forged by Shurzuan. Since we entered the sect, he's been watching us. We're not just disciples. We're tools he keeps, forbidden possessions within his reach. Xinger thought. Her second senior sister had told her to pretend she didn't know about the beads. Then why would he reveal them to me now? As she pondered, I released a long-sealed recording, showing the first time I met her. When it ended, I spoke with feigned sorrow. Xinger, your Shurzuan has countless enemies. My disciples are bound to be targeted as well. These beads are one of the few means I have to step in and protect you when danger comes. I treated you harshly on purpose. The world knows you have reason to hate me. If I were to fall, you three sisters would have a reason to stand against me. And keep yourselves safe. If this secret could be buried for a lifetime, that would be best. But just now, you had resolved to kill your master. Sai, forget it. As long as Xinger lives in peace, nothing else matters. My words shattered her defenses. Shurzuan, it was Xinger's fault. I shouldn't have listened to outsiders. I'm so foolish. I should have known. You're the one who treats me best in this world. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Shurzuan, I really, truly love you. At the same time, the system chimed, congratulations, host. Quest completed. You obtained 1 golden treasure chest. Afterward, I asked, rebellious disciple, who was it exactly that used sweet words to deceive you? Xinger dropped to her knees. Reporting to master, it was Xiao Chun, a direct disciple of Ingue Hall. He sowed discord between master and me, and used honeyed words to mislead second senior sister, driving a wedge between us. Everything today was because Xinger was deceived by Xiao Chun. Please, master, give me the harshest punishment, as long as you don't send me away. I smiled. In that case, I can give you one chance. Do something for me and redeem yourself. Xinger looked at me like a puppy. Please give your orders, master. Elsewhere, in the Yuluo Hall of Songming sect. When Xinger didn't return for a long time, Xiao Chun grew uneasy and went to check. But the second disciple, Dantai Lingyin, stopped him. I advise you not to act rashly. The area outside the blood kitchen is filled with deadly restrictions. Only Xinger is permitted to enter. Forcing your way in would be suicide. Xiao Chun sighed. Fine, then we'll wait a bit longer. Just then, Xinger appeared. Xiao Chun hurried up to her. Junior sister Xinger, I'm so glad you're safe. I was really worried. Xinger took a step back. Xiao Chun's face darkened. You seriously stepped back just now? After all these years of helping you, can't I even hold your hand in a situation like this? Dantai Lingyin came over as well. Junior sister, are you all right? Did you succeed? Why didn't you send word as agreed? Sen Xinger replied, reporting to senior sister, I succeeded. His emotions fluctuated greatly during the process. I was afraid of exposing myself and didn't dare transmit a message. Hearing this, Xiao Chun was thrilled. I went undercover in Songming sect at 12. 3 years after 3 years, a full decade. Now I can finally eliminate a demonic overlord famed across the continent. One day, I too will be celebrated by the righteous path. In 7 days, when the poison peaks, even a Dao Union powerhouse won't escape death and soul annihilation. After learning of the success, Dantai Lingyin asked Xiao Chun. That demon has committed countless evils, yet seems to have no personal grudge with you. Why cooperate with us, and even provide such a shocking poison pill? Xiao Chen's heart skipped. He then put on a reflective look. Because I can't bear to see him oppress you for so long. I wanted to rescue you both as soon as possible. Surely you understand my intentions? Since Xinger said warily, you're not saying you planned all this from the start for us sisters, right? Xiao Chun panicked. No, how could you think that? Dantai Lingyin gave him a thoughtful look, then said, that will be all for today. We'll see the outcome in 7 days. It's getting late. Junior brother Xiao Chun, don't miss the evening class at Yingue Hall. Hearing this, Xiao Chun didn't linger and left. Dantai Lingyin then looked at Xing'er seriously. Tell me honestly, are you feeling hurt? Xing'er asked in return, Senior sister, have you ever considered that? Shizun might not be who we imagined. Maybe he's just stricter with us, but wouldn't truly harm us. Dantai Lingyin replied, Xing'er, the evidence Xiao Chun brought proves that demon only sees us as materials for human puppets. Whatever his other sins, this alone is unforgivable. At the same time, I took out the golden treasure chest from the system reward. Congratulations, host. Please choose one of the following 3 secret treasures. Freely extending divine rod. Personally forged by the first sect master of the Huan sect. Highly effective against female cultivators of the same realm. Chamber scripture, wheel spin technique. A self-created divine function by the first ancestor of the Joy sect, enhancing localized physical attributes. Demon Lord cultivation rewind experience card. Rewinds time, allowing the host to temporarily return to any stage of first life cultivation. I was speechless. What are the first 2 supposed to be? Are these even for demon cultivators? They're clearly for human cultivators. Of course, this is the only real choice. A rewind to any cultivation stage. In 7 days, we'll see who lives and who dies. I then took out a wooden casket. Bai Qingling had once sealed away his cultivation origin and 5 organs, replacing them with substitutes, so that if he lost the final battle, as long as a remnant soul escaped, he could perfectly reconstruct his body. Now that I knew the future, this backup hadn't been used yet. It was time to reclaim it and restore my strength. I swallowed it in one go. Soon, my injuries healed and my strength returned to the foundation stage. Just then, Xing'er's voice came from outside. Master, Xing'er has completed the task and returned. There's something else I wish to present. Master, this is the real 9-turn soul-stabilizing pill. I was shocked. What? In the original story, this pill only existed in the compendium. Players had no way to obtain it. Where did Xing'er get a genuine 9th grade treasure pill? Still, with the real thing in hand, the odds of rewriting the ending improved. I feigned calm. You actually refined it. Well done. At my praise, Xing'er's demeanor changed instantly. If Master approves, could Master reward Xing'er once? She crawled closer and took my hand. Forgive Xing'er's presumption. Xing'er likes it when Master pats me. Feeling her delicate cheek, I couldn't help but blush. But to maintain my persona, I pulled my hand back sharply. Insolent disciple. Who gave you the nerve to offend your Shizun? For the merit of presenting the pill, a head pat is reward enough. Since Xing'er replied shyly, Xing'er overstepped. She then guided my hand downward. Yet what Xing'er wanted as a reward was far more than a pat on the head. Meanwhile, inside the sleeping hall of Yingue Hall, Hua Yurong, hall master of Yingue Hall and Saming sect, looked at Xiao Chun kneeling below. Xiao Chun, I hear Bai Qingling has lost all his power and is poisoned. Now hanging by a thread? Xiao Chun answered, Yes, Shizun, Bai Qingling's 3rd disciple. Since Xing'er is close to me, she told me herself. If Shizun goes to the blood kitchen now and suppresses Bai Qingling, the next sect master position will surely be yours. Before he finished, Hua Yuerong slapped him hard. In the past, Bai Qingling was the direct disciple of the great alchemy master, the evil pill sage. His alchemy surpassed even his master's. What kind of poison could possibly render him helpless? Xiao Chun was about to explain, but the moment he saw Hua Yuerong's gaze, he gave up. This disciple admits his fault. It seems the poisoning was merely bait to lure others in. This disciple takes his leave. After Xiao Chun left, Hua Yuerong suddenly laughed. Senior brother, back then you spared my life. Was it so I would harbor endless hatred and one day seek revenge? You succeeded. Your life will eventually end by my hand. Elsewhere, after Xing'er received the reward she wanted, she left, fully satisfied. Before I could relax, the shadow-stealing demon beads suddenly stirred, projecting the image of the 1st disciple, Feng Li Xue. Disciple Li Shue greets Shizuan. Seeing my current state, she couldn't help thinking, this demon has never looked so absent-minded. Could the rumors be true? Should I notify second junior sister to act sooner? At that moment, I looked at her sternly. Li Shue, what are you smiling at? Am I amusing? Where are you right now? Feng Li Shue's heart jolted. No, he's still him. That familiar pressure and terrifying aura. One glance enough to crush all pride. I must not provoke him. I have no desire to reawaken the evil sigil carved into my abdomen and suffer the punishment of myriad goo devouring the heart. She lowered her head. In accordance with Shizuan's orders, the foothills of Blackwater Mountain around the demon-suppressing tower have been fully cleared. No righteous cultivators remain to block my ascent. I nodded in satisfaction. Good. Continue. Break into the demon-suppressing tower and retrieve that secret artifact for me. Yes. Li Shue obeys. As she was about to leave, I stopped her. Wait. Do you know what day it is today? Feng Li Shue thought for a moment, still puzzled. This disciple is dull. Please enlighten me. Shizuan. I stepped closer. Sighed, time flies. After tonight, you enter your years of bloom. Unknowingly, 14 years have passed since that day. Perhaps no one else remembers, but your Shizuan will not forget. The day you follow me up the mountain. Happy birthday, little Li Shue. Feng Li Shue's eyes widened. Tears welled at the corners. Li Shue takes her leave. At the same time, the system chimed. Congratulations, host. Great love successfully conveyed. You gained 2,000 points. All 3 disciples have been properly appeased. There should be no new complications within 7 days. With a 9-turn soul-stabilizing pill Shinger offered, rebuilding straight to the core formation stage will be effortless. After that, it'll be time to crush Xiao Chun, the original host, like the insect he is. Elsewhere, in the Magister's Palace of Ingue Hall, Songming Sect, Xiao Chun asked the person beside him, Junior Brother Chun, did you deliver the Phoenix hairpin to Junior Sister Tsin at Yuluo Hall? Did she accept it? Was she happy? Junior Brother Chen hesitated. Xiao Chen smiled shyly. What? Did Junior Sister Tsin prepare a return gift on the spot? Junior Brother Chen said awkwardly, to be honest, it was delivered, but Senior Sister Tsin snapped it in half on the spot. She also said she hopes Senior Brother Xiao won't look for her again, for fear her beloved might misunderstand. Hearing this, Xiao Chun spat a mouthful of blood. Who is it? Who dares steal from me behind my back? Once I find out, I won't let them off. Meanwhile, I stepped back into the core formation stage and formed the supreme grade core coveted by all demon cultivators. The legendary 9-color demon core. It's like having an infinite mana pool. Even by Qingling of old failed to form one. Shinger beamed. Congratulations, Shizuan. What an honor to witness this moment. I nodded. Your merit in presenting the pill will not be forgotten. From today on, you needn't kneel nor speak with excessive formality. Since Shinger said happily, thank you, Shizuan. This morning, Xiao Chun even tried to curry favor with a gift. I broke it on the spot. He still thought he could fool me. Too bad it wasn't a part of his body. That would have been even more satisfying. My gaze sharpened, settling on her pale legs. Come here. Closer. Shinger froze for a moment, then stepped up before me. Take off your shoes. She looked puzzled. I remained cold. I told you to remove your shoes. Do I need to repeat myself? Since Shinger hesitated. But the souls of demon cultivators are of ean nature and easily tainted by leyline miasma. Even the holy maiden of the Hahuan sect wouldn't reveal her feet lightly. She glanced at me, cheeks faintly red. Shinger understands. She then removed the white stockings, revealing her clean, jade-like feet. I studied the markings on her feet. This is miasma from the heavenly demon flower in the demon breeding grounds. You were poisoned while refining pills for me. Why didn't you tell me? Hearing this, Shinger looked almost fanatical. It's nothing, not worth troubling you, master. As long as the pills satisfy you, even if miasma corrodes my body, I'll endure it. My life exists to serve you. Everything else is irrelevant. My thoughts stirred. That level of devotion is extreme. I steadied myself, pressed her into the chair, and prepared to detoxify her. Since Xing asked, is Master planning to use his demon blood, immune to all poisons, to cleanse the demon flower toxin in me? No, absolutely not. You are the supreme ruler of the demonic path. How can my lowly body sully you? I lifted her foot. The act sent her emotions spiraling. For such an exalted master to do this for me. Her resolve wavered. He didn't lie. He truly cares. As my movements continued, Xing cried out in panic, Shurzuan, no, that place is... I then drew the toxin from her foot. Xing slumped weakly against the chair. I resumed a stern tone. How long do you plan to remain seated on my throne? She jolted. Rising at once, Xing takes her leave. At the same time, I gained another 2,000 points. I opened the system to review my skills. At the core formation stage, I still couldn't activate my natal demon arts or world-defying techniques. For now, Gu techniques are my strongest option. In the original story, Xiao Chun would infiltrate the blood kitchen tomorrow to claim my head. A certain Gu seed will send him on his way nicely. Xiao Chun, hope you enjoy the gift. I then descended to the third underground level of the blood kitchen, where I found Xiao Yi imprisoned. Xiao Yi, final disciple of Yu Shuzi of the Kunlun Dao sect, core formation, master of the Kunlun divine sword art, a standout among the righteous youth. Xiao Yi was startled. How does a demon like you know who I am? I sneered. Because your brother, Xiao Chun, will be coming for you soon. Fitting for brothers to keep each other company. At those words, Xiao Yi flew into a towering rage. Dare to harm a single hair on my brother's head, and I'll become a vengeful ghost doomed to endless damnation. I'll never let you get away with it. Seeing his condition, my suspicion was confirmed. Demonic light flickered in my eyes. He had indeed learned fragments of demonic cultivation while trapped in the soul-confining banner. No wonder, in the original story, he helped Xiao Chun awaken the demonic seed of the Dao heart, embarking on a dual path of Dao and demon. A terrifying red glow filled my pupils. I despise being threatened. Still, I'll grant you one chance. Let's play a game. We fight head-on. If you win, I'll release you to reunite with your brother. If you lose, you'll be fully refined by the soul-confining banner. With that, I released him. The chance is yours. What's your choice? Xiao Yi pondered briefly, then sprang to his feet. Fine. Come on. Xiao Yi, will see this through. At the same time, I secretly unleashed the goo insects upon him. Once steady, he wasted no words and immediately unleashed his strongest killing move. Yin and Yang as one. Chi-piercing kungsu. Sword from the vast wilds. Kunlun divine sword art. Watching the overwhelming assault, I sneered. So this is the early game, one move wins all sword art of the protagonist. Xiao Yi uses it far better than Xiao Chun. If not for dying to plot armor, who the real protagonist is would be debatable. Perfect. Let's test the quality of this new body. I threw a single punch. The Kunlun divine sword art shattered instantly, sending Xiao Yi crashing to the ground. You lost, young man. Xiao Yi roared in defiance. I won't accept this. You just happened to strike the weakness of my sword momentum. If you were off by even an inch, then what? I smiled coldly. Then nothing. Haven't you noticed the extra seasoning on your body? Xiao Yi finally sensed something amiss. But it was too late. The goo insects had already spread throughout him. He roared, by Qingling, you're despicable. I remained calm and explained, if your strike had truly posed a threat, these little things would have surfaced earlier and devoured you. In other words, in this game, you're destined to lose. Know your place. You're not qualified to fight me at the same realm. Telling him the truth at the very end. Couldn't that count as spreading great love? System, shouldn't I get more points? The only response was silence. Whatever. Tomorrow will be the day Xiao Chun delivers himself. With Xiao Yi unable to interfere, once Xiao Chun learns his brother's state, will he still keep the resolve to kill me? At the same time, Xiao Chun had a nightmare. It was already the 6th day. The soul-devouring powder inside by Qingling should have spread to its peak. Yet since Xinger had been acting strangely lately, something could go wrong. If I didn't go myself, I couldn't be at ease. Elsewhere, at the entrance of the blood kitchen, Xinger arrived late at night. Master, may I come in? I was puzzled. I had just returned from the third underground level. Why was she here now? She was supposed to come at noon tomorrow, while Xiao Chun would arrive early in the morning. Had something gone awry? I replied, permission granted. Come in. Yes, master. Speak. Why are you here? Xinger hesitated. Xinger feels uneasy, so I came to check. I smiled. What do you mean? Do you think Xiao Chun can scheme against me? Or do you also believe I was crippled by Mu Xinlan? Xinger wouldn't dare. At that moment, thunder crashed across the night sky. I understood. It was the thunder. The night I rescued Xinger after her parents were killed, the storm had been just as fierce. This was her deepest fear. In the original story, success with her hinged on the thunderstorm trigger. Xinger looked entranced, then finally voiced her thought. Xinger wants to sleep with Master. She suddenly threw herself into my arms. Master, I'm really afraid of thunder. Please let me stay for one night, just one. She was captivating, but the main plot was about to flip and Xiao Chen's execution was imminent. There could be no distractions. I said sternly, your fear of thunder has nothing to do with me. The Blood Kitchen forbids overnight stays. If I make an exception, where would my authority as Lord of Yuluo Hall stand? And yet, the system chimed, congratulations, host. Great love successfully spread. You gained 2,500 points. I felt utterly defeated. My demon lord persona, ruined sooner or later. Xinger's thoughts churned. Master's heart belongs to immortality alone. What am I by comparison? Yet he forgave my transgression and tolerated my fear. Am I worthy of such happiness? Could I be even happier? Another peal of thunder struck. Xinger turned and hugged me. I panicked. Who allowed you to touch me? Do you know the trouble you're inviting? She spoke softly, Master. My hands and feet are freezing. Obviously in a little, nothing more. I suddenly realized, if Xinger arrived early, could that also mean Xiao Chan would strike early? If so, now was no time to sleep. I steadied Xinger by the shoulders and assigned her a task. At the same moment, at the foot of Yuluo Hall's mountain, Xiao Chun arrived on a white horse. Bai Qingling, today is your death, and the day I, Xiao Chun, rise to fame. He activated the passage Jade Talisman given by Dantai Lingyin. The Blood Kitchen's restrictions parted, allowing him to reach the entrance unimpeded. 10 years undercover, enduring every hardship. This day was the goal. With the secret weapon bestowed by my Shurzuan, what do I have to fear? At that moment, a cool voice called out, Senior Brother Xiao. Xiao Chun turned. Junior Sister Xing. Oh, Junior Sister Xing, you finally decided to acknowledge me. I've barely eaten or slept because of you. Xinger replied calmly. Senior Brother misunderstands. I've been secretly observing that demon's movements. If he discovered you came to see me, it would spell disaster. Xiao Chen's expression brightened. So you were worried about me. I should have known. Since the 7 days are up, there's no need to hesitate. Shall we go in together, slay the demon, and make our names across the 9 provinces? Xinger hesitated. But I'm still afraid. That demon is my shadow. I can't cast it off so easily. Xiao Chen nodded. I understand, but it's fine. Today, I'll personally help you cut him down and clear that shadow. Xinger then led him downward. As they walked, Xiao Chen frowned. Strange. Are we sure this is the right way? He thought to himself. The secret killing weapon Shurzuan Yushuzi gave me is being suppressed by an unknown force. If it continues to intensify, it won't perform at full power. He said, Junior Sister Xinga, we can't keep going. Let's go back to the previous fork and choose another passage. Xinger looked hurt. How could it be wrong? I served that demon for years. There's only one path to the 3rd underground level. Senior Brother Xiao, do you not trust me? Xiao Chen immediately relented. Of course I do. Don't be upset. I'll follow your lead. Soon, they reached a sealed chamber. Xiao Chen immediately spotted the Bai Qingling, poisoned and weakened. Yet upon seeing Xiao Chen, the figure kept murmuring for him to leave. Xinger explained, is he chanting the activation formula for an array? He must be trying a last stand using the Blood Kitchen's restrictions. Don't worry, Junior Sister. I won't let him succeed. Ingue sword art. A fierce strike hit by Qingling instantly. shredding the outer robes to pieces. Xiao Chun froze. What? You're not by Qing Ling, you're my brother? He rushed forward and embraced him. What's going on? Why are you here? Why are you disguised as that demon? Xiao, he was about to speak when I killed him from afar with a single blow. TSK, TSK. Meeting again, and you open with a killing move. What brotherly affection. I couldn't bear his suffering, so I gave him a swift end. Shouldn't you thank me on his behalf, junior nephew Xiao? Xiao Chun finally understood. It was you did this to him. You didn't even let him finish a few words. Xinger dropped the act. Fool. You only figure it out now? All of this is the result of my master's world-shaking wisdom. Xiao Chun stared in disbelief. Master? You call him master? Xinger, you. I pulled Xinger close. My disciple is naturally my servant as well. Those are the rules of the demonic path. Or is this news to you? Xiao Chun still refused to believe it. Xinger, I've doted on you for years. I couldn't even touch your hand without you dodging. And now you're Zhudong Ly letting that demon touch you? No, why did you lie to me? Why did you betray me? Xinger sneered. Betrayal? From the start, my master treated me sincerely. I pledged myself to him of my own will to give everything. As for you, Xiao Chun, you tried to incite my fellow sisters to murder my master. I'd love nothing more than to strip your soul and skin you alive. Even then, Xiao Chun clung to hope. Xinger would never say that to me. The demon must be controlling her. Kill him, and my Xinger will be freed. He formed a clone and rushed me. Even if you weren't poisoned, after Mu Xinlan burned away your cultivation, how could you face me? I activated the skilled demonic eye, truth at a glance. The flow of sword force and rhythm laid bare before me. I lifted my right hand slightly and casually caught the attack. Xiao Chun paled. That's core formation power. How do you still have it? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I laughed. At most, your combat power reaches the core formation stage. Meeting you with core formation cultivation is already generous. Otherwise, you wouldn't even qualify for a fight. Xinger beamed. Master's cultivation is intact. Mu Xinlan really failed to burn it away. The peerless demon sovereign who terrifies the world has returned. Seeing he was outmatched, Xiao Chun. He pulled out the secret artifact bestowed by his Shurzuan, the 12-petaled demon-suppressing golden lotus. Profound heavens 8 chi. By my will alone, suppress and slay all evil. The 12-petaled demon-suppressing golden lotus, rise. I thought to myself, so this is your trump card at last. This lotus could wound by Qing Ling at the divine transformation stage. My freshly rebuilt core formation body wouldn't survive it. Fortunately, I already knew the plot and had set up a formation in secret. A demon sovereign's foundation was never shallow. The words fell, and a thunderous boom followed. The golden lotus shattered under the formation, scattering into radiant fragments. Seeing his artifact fail, Xiao Chun roared, Mu Xinlan, you fraud. I trusted your lies and came to assassinate this demon. You've ruined me. At that moment, I walked toward him slowly. Junior nephew Xiao, it's time to settle this. I was exhilarated. Crushing this ant would let me survive the first expansion arc. Just then, a cool, clear voice sounded from the entrance. Hall Master by wait. I turned and recognized her at once. She was Hua Yurong, the only junior sister by Qing Ling ever loved under the evil alchemist. So the fair-faced saintess arrives in person. My blood kitchen is honored. She wasted no words. After a glance at Xiao Chun, she asked, Hall Master Bai, my disciple Xiao Chun has offended you. How do you intend to deal with him? I chuckled. Rebellion means little in the demonic path, but you know well how I treat my enemies. Those who offend me do not live. Hua Yuerong sighed. From your tone, Hall Master Bai, it seems there's no room for negotiation. With that, she waved her hand sharply, and a fierce blade of sword chi struck toward Xiao Chun, ending his life in an instant. If death is unavoidable, then it's better to die by my sword. At least we were once master and disciple. Seeing this, Xinger suddenly shouted, Hall Master Hua, my master's affairs require no such interference from you. Hearing the word master, Hua Yuerong froze for a moment. What did you call him, master? Insolent. This is no place for a junior to interrupt. When I knew your Shurzwen, you didn't even exist. As the two argued, I smiled to myself. My junior sister was far too clumsy. This strike hadn't actually killed Xiao Chun. Next, she would surely try to use retrieving the body as a pretext to save him. But unfortunately, I wouldn't allow Xiao Chun to escape death in any form. Yet why did this body's instinct seem unwilling to let me expose her plan? Had my actions triggered Hua Yuerong's hidden route? Could the reward for dealing with her be greater than killing Xiao Chun outright? At that moment, Hua Yuerong ended the dispute and requested to take the body. I followed the momentum and decided, since the saintess asks a favor, she must agree to one promise. 1 month from now, at the sect leader election, I'll inform you of the terms. Hua Yuerong, somewhat impatient, agreed. I can only promise to do my best. I hope Hall Master Bai won't make unreasonable demands. I'll take the body first. Farewell. Watching her leave, I suddenly called out, Junior sister, the Adumbra beneath Mount Jioi that never withers. Your senior brother has never dared to forget it. Hua Yuerong stopped at once, as if something had come back to her. At the same time, the system announced, Congratulations, host. You have successfully spread great love and obtained 1,000 points. Letting Xiao Chun go was dangerous, but perhaps worth the risk for her sake. Don't disappoint me, junior sister. Shortly after, in the Blood Kitchen's underground chamber, Xinger nestled happily in my arms. Thank you for the reward, Master Meow. At the same time, I gained another 1,500 points. Xinger's affection has reached the threshold. The trust test can now be initiated. Reveal the truth of the Tsin Village side storyline to Xinger. Upon success, Xinger will gain permanent loyalty. Permanent loyalty? Thinking this, I helped Xinger to her feet. The reward is over. Come with me. In the original story, Li Qianjue, the great elder of the Xieji sect, once brought calamity upon the world, drawing a joint crusade from both righteous and demonic paths. After Bai Qingling's death, the appearance of a sword seemed to prove that Bai Qingling was the true culprit behind the Tsin Village massacre, leaving Xinger, born of that village, drowning in grief. That episode served as a key stepping stone for the protagonist to win Xinger over. Had I died by Xiao Chun's hand, it would have been Xiao Chun who revealed the truth to her. In other words, even without the system's demand, this was a plot point I had to face. Before long, I brought her before a sword. Do you recognize this? It belongs to Uncle Murong. Correct. This is Blue Knight, the Dao sword of Murong Tai, the guardian cultivator of Tsin Village. I know that Tsin Village massacre is a scar on your heart. The world believes Li Qianjue of the Xieji sect was the culprit. But the truth is, I killed Murong Tai and used the villagers' souls to refine his Dao sword into a soul blade. That is the real truth behind the massacre. Xinger looked utterly incredulous. Watching her, I fell into thought as well. I could explain the reasons, but the demonic path only values results. And to keep opposing Xiao Chun and Mu Xinlan, I could not afford any risk to trust. Xinger, would your reaction put my heart at ease? After a moment, Xinger spoke in a dazed, almost reverent tone. Master, I finally understand. Their souls have merged into one, never to be separated. They're already living together in happiness. Master understood my feelings. You never brought up Tsin Village on your own, but I always knew. Li Qianjue is an expert in corpse miasma. His arts twist people into neither human nor monster. He infected Tsin Village. That's a fact I confirmed in secret. Uncle Murong must have been cornered, offering his life pill and Dao sword to you, asking you to free everyone from that inhuman torment, at least letting them reunite as pure souls. Facing an incurable corpse plague that had nothing to do with you, Master still chose to act, saving them from becoming evil artifacts. You are the true embodiment of great love. Not only did you forgive my secret investigation, you even told me the truth. To serve you as servant or slave in this life, I'm truly blessed. I was stunned. Her reasoning was mostly sound, but that attitude, what was going on? A demon sovereign commits deeds despised by the righteous path. yet is worshipped by a pure girl with fanatic devotion. I was drifting deeper and deeper into madness. Still, at least Shinger's final hidden issue was resolved. I opened the system again and spent 10,000 points on a platinum chest draw. Activation successful. Please choose one of the following 3 secret treasures. Dream Return Immortal Bed. Dual cultivation permanently increases physical stamina. Wish-fulfilling bewitching powder. Highly effective against female enemies. 3 corpse life-shedding cicada. After use, allows a cicada shell escape. Range depends on goo mastery. I consider the options. 7th rank goo were useless to me. I had plenty of 9th rank ones. The bewitching powder was a lust tool, too limited for breaking deadlocks. Strength mattered most. Improving physical stamina was still improvement. I chose the Dream Return Immortal Bed. As for my next move, it seemed time to cross blades with my second disciple, Tantai Lingyin. Meanwhile, in the Inkue Hall, Hua Yuerong was treating Xiao Chen's injuries. A waste like you dared to assassinate by Qingling? He knew you survived. He spared you for my sake. As she spoke, she flicked Xiao Chen on the head. Disobey again, and I'll purge you myself. Do you understand? The Sect Master election is in a month. Don't you dare damage my reputation as Hall Master of Inkue. Xiao Chen forgot his pain at once, excitement flaring. Shurzuan, you finally decided to compete? What I want is the key to the Flame Demon Tower. There's a heinous bastard who buried something inside. I intend to see what schemes he was hiding. At the same time, in the Yuluo Hall, Yi Hongyi said excitedly to Tantai Lingyin, that demon should have met his karmic retribution by now. We should set off fireworks. Tantai Lingyin turned to her. Demon? Master must already be dead. His sins settled. Don't slander him. Hongyi froze. Then she hugged Lingyin. Should we go with Xinger and set up a grave for him? At that moment, Xinger approached from behind. Hongyi hurriedly asked, what about the demon's body? Xinger ignored her and looked to Tantai Lingyin. Second senior sister, Master said he misses you. Lingyin panicked. He's not dead. And he countered Xiao Chen perfectly? Xinger, why does he want me? Does he know I was behind the assassination and is calling me to my death? Xinger waved her hand. No, I never mentioned you. Master just wants to invite you to a meal and let you taste his cooking. Yi Hongyi and Tantai Lingyin exclaimed together, what? Lingyin bit her finger nervously. Is Master trying to sway me like he did junior sister? He underestimates me ever since I learned the truth about the goo poison in me. I won't trust him in this life. Absolutely not. Shortly after, she followed Xinger into a room. Left protector of the main altar, Tantai Lingyin, greets Hall Master Bai. I replied coldly, Hall Master Bai? You disappoint me, Lingyin. I know you seek something from me, yet you don't need my help. You've kept your distance for years, and now you come begging. You show me no respect. Won't even call me Shurzuan. It's time to show your filial devotion. Come bathe with your Shurzuan. Underground Level 2 of the Blood Kitchen, the Illusion Immortal Pool. Once inside, all mana and divine abilities are sealed, leaving one temporarily no different from immortal. Physical strength and innate constitution, however, remain unaffected. Tantai Lingyin glared at me, teeth clenched. Measuring my body had always been his routine. For Hongyi and the others, I'd endure this demon for now. Then I suddenly seized her ankle, pulled her into the pool, and held her close. What? Guarded even against your Shurzuan. She stared at my hand in shock. Shurzuan you. So he always meant to turn me into a human puppet, she thought. Before, he used the heavenly origin ruler. Why touch me directly today? He saved me from the fiend pit of the evil extreme sect and gave me a home. Was this all a long-planned claim? I leaned to her ear. Lingyin, let Master show you something. With that, I sank with her beneath the water. She noticed a dummy identical to herself in the pool. She immediately asked who it was. I sighed. When I rescued you, I owed much to Jitai Mei, sect master of the Hawan sect. Ambiguous and unorthodox as he is, he understands greater causes. He aided us largely for gain. Your physique is special, and he wanted you as a cauldron. What you see is a puppet forged from innate E-wood. Your replica given to him as a substitute. The regular measurements were to perfect it. I wronged you, Lingyin, but only this kept you safe and honored my vow. Lingyin was moved, but soon shook her head. No, I can't believe it. Not like junior sister. What the heart-devouring Aunt Gu in me, and the sinister mark on senior sister's abdomen. Master, I'm grateful for the truth, but before she finished, I restrained her with one hand, the other moving as well. She panicked. Master, no, I'm your disciple. If you do this, I'll resent you forever. Then she felt something change. So strange, Master. Don't stop. Moments later, she lay weak at the pool's edge. Your heart-devouring Aunt Gu has been expelled through toxin-laced blood. It now protects body and mind. It warns with harmless pain if someone covets your physique, and if violation truly occurs, it releases power to protect you. Yet you grew close to shout, shun, and mistook my intent, blaming me while failing to see the real threat. Girls do grow up. Now, as you wished, you may leave without restraint. Tears streamed down Lingyin's face. I gained 5,000 points. The God-tier massage art rose to level 99. Secrets kept for years were laid bare at once. The timing was uncanny. Lingyin couldn't fully believe yet, but this wasn't Master's fault. It's mine. Please give me time. I will return to your side, serving you as Xing'er does. At this moment, in the Black Moon Hall of the Songming sect, an old man with one foot in the grave arrived. Hongyi, you're here. Hongyi jolted at the voice. That voice is grandfather. Grandfather, what happened? Why do you look so worn? Yi Taiyuan patted her head. Listen carefully, Hongyi. My time is nearly up. I won't be able to protect you anymore. Are you ready, little Hongyi? Ready to take the sect master's seat? She froze, then swallowed her tears. Hongyi listens to grandfather's teaching. Yi Taiyuan smiled. Good. I'm holding a sect master election instead of handing it to you outright, because you must earn the backing of key powers to command the entire Songming sect. Tell me, among the 4 hall masters, who is easiest to win over? Without hesitation, Yi Hongyi chose Rin Qianfan of the Azura Hall, her maternal uncle, surely an ally. Yi Taiyuan sighed and shook his head. No, Rin is timid and indecisive, forgets honor for small gains, shirks risk in great affairs, and has been tamed. Major decisions defer to his wife. One look from her, and he won't dare support you. Then what about fierce tiger Taoist to the Rakshasa Hall? Yi Taiyuan shook his head again. Rakshasa Hall is the strongest, with countless affiliates and growing fast. Why does he work so hard and flatter the elders? Hongyi understood. He has ambition. He won't submit. Then only the mysterious saintess of the Yingue Hall remains. Yi Taiyuan still refused. No, she can't help you. From my eye, Hall Mistress Hua has her own agenda. You can't control it. By your father's last wish, you should form a Dao companion bond with Bai Qingling, Hall Master of the Yuluo Hall, husband and wife, strengthening the sect together. Hongyi cried out in shock. What? Impossible. Absolutely not. That demon is Lingyin's Shizhuan. If I married him, what would Lingyin call me? Shizhuan's wife? No, Hongyi will never marry him. Meanwhile, in the Yuluo Hall, Xing'er stood respectfully before me. Master, many demon cultivators from the eastern region are flying toward the Rakshasa Hall, thousands of them. I also heard the usually low-profile Yingue Hall is summoning leaders of external affiliates. Xing'er worried silently. The Songming sect is about to change. Master dislikes sect politics. What will he do? I said calmly, it doesn't matter. Relax, I'll act. After the last test, Xing'er's loyalty is absolute. This kind of demeaning master servant game should end here. Xing'er, from now on we return to a normal Shizhuan disciple relationship. In any setting, you'll call me Shizhuan. She looked disappointed. Why? Being a servant is my special trait. Does Master not love me anymore? Does he want to distance himself? I waved it off. I'm not denying who you are. The relationship just needs to evolve. In any case, you're still loyal, right? I only want a new title. Your name has Star in it, and you serve me. Let's call you Star Servant. From today on, Xing'er will be the Star Servant who handles everything I need. At that moment, within the forbidden grounds of the true martial sword sect, the demon suppression tower of Blackwater Mountain, Feng Lishue arrived, sword in hand, her presence sharp and resolute. Immediately, a furious voice roared. So you were the demonic traitor all along. We should never have trusted you and allowed you into the tower. Your Shirzuen, the sword Saint Sangsong, must have been blind. Dare you remove my goo poison? I'll fight you with just one finger. If you win, I'll tell you everything. Feng Lishue sneered. You three wardens truly wasted your years. Have you ever seen a demonic cultivator fight fair? One of them shouted passionately, Demon Witch, if you have the guts, kill me. I'm the senior-most warden of this forbidden land, even the sect master. Before he could finish, Feng Lishue granted his wish. She then turned to the other two. He got what he wanted. What about you? The key to the 1,000-mechanism box storing the Tsangming sacred artifact. Are you handing it over or not? Trembling, one of them produced the key. If we give it to you, will you spare us? Wouldn't this have been easier from the start? As the words fell, she dealt with the remaining two as well. Begging now? Who do you think I am? I am the direct disciple of Qingling Demon Venerable. At that moment, she suddenly cried out, My stomach, did that demon activate the sinister mark on me again? But after checking, she found the mark dormant. Was she poisoned instead? No matter. She had to return what the demon demanded to Yuluo Hall first. Until the second junior sister finishes him off, I have no other choice. Meanwhile, within Yuluo Hall, Sin Shinger, dressed as a maid, knelt before me. Master, what are you thinking about? Can you tell Xing? I sighed. I've indulged you far too much these days, letting you sleep at my feet. That won't happen again, especially at a time like this. Sin Shinger asked, At a time like this, are you worried about the sect master election, master? As she spoke, she studied my expression. Her eyes lit up. Wow, Shinger guessed right. Master, I want to show you something amazing. I jolted. Something amazing? You're not about to pull some censor nonsense, are you? The next second, she produced a token, the emblem of Luo Qingfeng, Grand Elder of the Blood Pill Palace. How did you get his token? Elder Luo had put out a bounty for an artificial 9-grade heavenly heartgrass. Shinger knows how to refine it, so she gathered the materials from the demon her garden, refined it last night, and delivered it to him. Shinger may act foolish before Master, but she's sharp elsewhere, always running errands for Master and for Yuluo Hall. In the original story, this token was obtained by Xiao Chun using resources from his Shirzuen Yushuzi, securing a powerful ally on Yihongyi's route. Who would have thought Shinger would intercept it instead? An extra reward for her absolute loyalty. I pulled her into an embrace. You did well. This reward is yours. She cried out in excitement. At the same time, I gained 3,000 points. Shortly after, I set Shinger down on a chair. Kulme, follow me out of seclusion and suppress everything. At this moment, within the Blood Pill Palace of the Tsangming main sect, Xiaochen was kicked out like a stray dog. Why won't he take my 9-grade heavenly heartgrass? It's the real thing. The item is genuine, but someone beat you to it. The event has already expired. Hearing this, Xiao Chun demanded loudly, How is that possible? The bounty was posted only 10 days ago. Who found it before me? Please tell me, Elder. There's no harm in telling you. It was the third direct disciple of Lord Bai of Yuluo Hall. As for what reward she requested, that's unknown. Xiao Chen clenched his teeth. Shinga? Sin Shinga? Was this her idea, or was she ordered by that demon? That pair of dogs. One day I'll carve them to pieces. He then rushed into a forest, where he met his Shirzuen, Yushuzi, whose primordial spirit had projected itself there. Xiao Chan recounted everything that had just happened. The moment he finished, Yushuzi flew into a rage. I told you to deliver it immediately. What were you dragging your feet for? Useless, soft mud that can't be molded. Xiao Chun finally snapped. Enough. For your grand plan to overturn the demonic sects, you said 3 years undercover. Then 3 more, and now nearly 10 years. You old bastard. Yu Shuzi paused, then replied calmly. Xiao Chun, Protecting the people and exterminating demons is the duty of the Kunlun Dao sect. You don't want 10 years of infiltration to be wasted, do you? Last night, I divined using the spirit chess calculus and glimpsed a great secret. Yi Taiyuan, the Songming ancestor, passed away 7 days ago. What? But Yi Taiyuan appeared at Black Moon Hall just the other day, in front of his granddaughter Yi Hongyi and the Yi family. That was Yin's spirit, not his physical body. Today marks the final existence of his remaining soul. This concerns the sacred artifacts of the Songming sect. Come closer. I'll tell you quietly. You still have one last chance to gain trust. Support Yi Hongyi's rise and turn her into your puppet. Xiaoqin glanced at the filth before him and gagged. No, don't make me go. Meanwhile, within the Yingui Hall, Hua Yuerong drifted back into sleep. Why does my body feel so swollen? Am I turning into a pig? Am I becoming a big fat pig? As shame and confusion overtook her, I approached from behind and draped a robe over her shoulders. This robe conceals your figure and silences ignorant rumors. Moved, Hua Yuerong looked at me, but the scene suddenly shifted as she screamed. Senior brother, no. How could Shizhuan harm us? There must be a misunderstanding. Why would the senior brother I admired slaughter innocent fellow disciples? Why did you become so cold and heartless? She jolted awake. Damn it, that demon again. A voice sounded outside the curtain, reporting to the Saintess. All affiliated forces of the Yingui Hall have assembled in the main hall. The Rakshasa Hall has also gathered nearly 2,000 demonic cultivators, all equipped with talismans and artifacts. Hua Yuerong sighed. Sigh, with the ancestor gone, things won't stay quiet. What about Yuluo Hall? Reporting, Saintess, Lord Bai has just emerged from the blood kitchen, walking hand in hand with his young disciple Tsinxinga, chatting and laughing like a spring stroll. Hua, Yuerong snapped. He's holding his disciple's hand? At his age, with no sense of propriety, openly strolling around hand in hand with his disciple in broad daylight. Not a shred of dignity befitting a demon venerable remained. By Qingling, damn you. At this moment, within the snowfall mountains of the Songming headquarters, Xinger and I arrived hand in hand. Curious, Xinger asked, Master, since you're visiting the headquarters, why come all the way to this desolate back mountain? I thought excitedly. Of course, to steal Xiao Qin's destined opportunity. In the original plot, if I didn't come, it would fall right into his lap. If I'm going to intercept fate, I'll see it through. Let the opportunity fly a bit longer. It might land any moment now. Sure enough, 2.5 minutes later, the space ahead twisted abruptly, and an aged figure appeared. Yi Taiyuan asked, Is the visitor by Qingling, Lord Bai of Yuluo Hall? I cupped my hands. An honor to meet you, ancestor. Yi Taiyuan's gaze shifted to Tsinxinger, a ghost-taming spirit body, naturally perfect, formless, and untainted. Lord Bai is truly blessed. When you plan to butcher such premium material? Before I could respond, Tsinxinger spoke first. Whenever Master wishes to take me, is Master's business. There's no need for the ancestor to concern himself. Yi Taiyuan froze for a moment, then burst into laughter. Lord Bai truly knows how to command his subordinates. I happen to be looking for you. Since we've met, let's discuss proper matters. He rambled on with a pile of nonsense, before finally getting to the point. Young Qingling, my time is short. This is one of the 2 sacred artifacts of the Songming sect, the Songming Soul Ring. Its bearer ranks only below the sect master and is revered by millions. I gift this to you. Will you assist my granddaughter, Yi Hongyi? I countered. So, she's your chosen successor? Yi Taiyuan sighed. It seems Lord Bai has his own ambitions. Very well. If my granddaughter can be supported, then support her. If not, you may replace her. I have 2 final matters. The first concerns Yi Wu Dao, Hongyi's late father. He wished for you to marry Hongyi and jointly strengthen the Songming sect. I recalled the plot internally. Wait, when you said replace her, did you mean marry her and replace her? I coughed lightly. That's a minor matter. I'll judge it in due time. What's the second? Very well. Rumor has it you were defeated by the Taoist mystic maiden, Mu Xinluan. Is that true? If even Lord Bai is no match for her, Our demonic path would be a joke. I fell silent briefly. Yes, she defeated by Qingling, but she did not defeat me. If she returns, I will act. Meanwhile, at the front gate of the Tsangming headquarters, the clown Xiao Chun was kicked out once again. Senior brothers, please believe me. I have urgent business to see the ancestor. Time is running out. If this drags on, the ancestor will. Before he could finish, he was slapped hard and sent flying. If I hear you spreading sect rumors again, I'll cut off your dog head. Get lost. Don't make me repeat myself. Xiao Chen's face darkened. You Shuzi, I did everything you told me to. And it was all for nothing. What the hell did your divination even calculate? After leaving the Tsangming headquarters, I returned to the Lord's residence of Yuluo Hall. The blood kitchen ordeal was finally over. Next, I needed to retrieve my original body's 5 organs and rebuild toward the nascent soul stage. My original heart is in the Flame Demon Tower. The key is held by the 3 Supreme Elders, and without the authority of the Sect Master, it can't be obtained. Supporting Yihongyi's rise also serves my interests. The Tsangming Soul Ring is already in hand. Now I only lack the Tsangming Soul Sword. Li Xue, will you disappoint Shizuan? Given little Li Xue's temperament, she should be the hardest to soften with great love. What would truly untie the knot in her heart? Right about the mark on her abdomen. Meanwhile, at the market district of Tianshui City, Li Xue arrived at an inn and told the waiter, call the boss, Hong the Fatty. Tell him the Yama King of the Eastern Domain wants him. Before long, a fat man came in. Li Xue tossed him a box. This is what the hall master demanded. Escort it personally. Take it back to Yuluo Hall and report at once. After Hong left, her thoughts drifted. I hope this is the last thing I ever do for that demon. Lingyin, are you on track? I grew up under that demon shadow. My heart's already been shaped into his image. But junior sister is still young. We sisters must help her escape the hell as soon as possible. Then she suddenly gasped. Why does it hurt again? That demonic sigil wasn't activated. Am I poisoned? Could have been back then. Damn it. I didn't bring any pills to cleanse my asthma. If it invades my meridians, then fine. If this is fate, being controlled by that demon is worse than death. Maybe this is finally my release. But in the next instant, something changed. Countless tentacles erupted from her abdomen, binding and coiling around her. Li Xue grit her teeth. Shirzhen, even now, you won't let me go? My spirit form appeared by her ear. Don't move. You're wrapped in miasma poison. In this world, only Shirzhen can save you. She screamed as the poison was continuously dissolved. Even the poison flooding into her dantian was being cleared. Only he could save her from afar like this. Before she could catch her breath, I manipulated the tentacles again. No, Shirzhen, no. I didn't stop. The miasma in the demon ceiling tower is no trivial matter. Even I could be harmed. Cooperate. Everything must be drawn out in one go. Li Xue's mind raced. Something's off. I'm just a pawn. Why spend effort saving me from afar? Did Ling Yin and Xing'er do something that changed him? No. What am I thinking? That's the Qingling demon venerable. He wants me grateful, so he can control me even deeper. Just then, someone knocked outside. Sister Li Xue, are you in there? Li Xue steadied her voice. Third Highness, why are you here? Huh, so it really is you. I heard you were training in Tianshui City, so I tracked this place down. With your looks, you're unforgettable anywhere. Sister Li Xue, may I come in? Phone Li Xue snapped. You are not coming in. The voice paused. Last time we ran into each other, I accidentally heard you sobbing. I've been worried ever since. Phone Li Xue froze briefly, then replied coldly. Thank you for your concern, Third Highness. I'm fine. Please leave. Hearing something strange in her voice, the Third Highness asked anxiously, Are you unwell? Why are you breathing so hard? Her voice turned even colder. I said I'm fine. I'm resting now. Third Highness, please go. After lingering at the door for a long while, the young man hesitated, then finally left. Inside, only Feng Li Xue remained, limbs limp. Humiliation flooded her, and she nearly roared, Shirzhen, enough. How long are you going to torment me? Then, with faint rustling sounds, she felt her body returning to normal. Instinctively, she looked down. Her abdomen was smooth and pale as ever. The strange things were gone. The miasma poison inside her had been completely purged, as if it had never existed. Is it over? He really was saving me, completely. A cold, deep voice spoke at her ear. Li Xue, listen. You found the Tsangming soul sword for Shizhuan, and Shizhuan is pleased. But the way you ignored your own life and safety just to finish the task, Shizhuan dislikes that. Remember this. There won't be a next time. Phone Li Xue blushed and said nothing. Ding. Congratulations, host. Transmission of great love successful. After system evaluation, you have gained 12,000 points this time. Current total, 19,000 points. At this moment, inside the Yuluo Hall of the Tsangming sect, congratulations. As your total points have surpassed 10,000, you have unlocked a new chest. The diamond chest, worth 50,000 points. When your total reaches 100,000, you will unlock the Myriad Worlds item mall, and your points will no longer be limited to chest exchanges alone. I really didn't expect this. All the points I scraped together from Xing'er and Lingyin don't even compare to casually detoxifying Li Xue. Is it because Li Xue harbors the deepest hatred toward me right now, so when I pour great love into her, I earn more points? That said, who exactly was the man outside the door when I detoxified Li Xue? She called him the Third Highness. It can only be the male lead of the second expansion pack, Dynasty Rivalry, the third prince of the Great Chu Dynasty, Lin Mo. From this expansion onward, players can freely choose a dual route, focusing on Xiao Chun or Lin Mo. But in the original work, Lin Mo and Li Xue never intersected at this point in time. The original plot has clearly undergone unforeseeable changes. Is this the so-called butterfly effect? Will brand new storylines, never seen in the original, emerge in the future? So be it. Lin Mo poses no threat to me for now. I'll crush Xiao Chun, that ant, first. With the sect master election approaching, it's time to pay a visit to that hall master. Within the inner sect of Tsangming, at the residence of the Black Moon Hall master, Yi Hongyi paced back and forth across the great hall, clearly troubled. Oh no. Oh no. Should I tell Lingyin about grandfather's last wish? That I marry Bai Qingling? If I really marry Bai Qingling and become Lingyin's Shizhuan mother, won't she be so furious she'll sever her own heart meridians? Bai Qingling, you truly deserve to die. No, I have to be honest with Sister Lingyin and discuss it with her. She's exceptionally intelligent. She'll definitely find a solution. Just then, creak, the wide doors were pushed open. A slender figure in white stepped inside, spiritless and unsteady on her feet. Yi Hongyi asked with concern, Sister Lingyin, what's wrong? And you were fine that night at the blood kitchen, right? Forcing a faint smile onto her tired, delicate face, Dantai Lingyin replied, It's nothing. I'm just a bit worn out. Let me borrow your loft to rest. We could talk later. After speaking, as if afraid to look at the other even once more, she lowered her head and went up to her room in the loft. Inside the second-floor loft, Dantai Lingyin removed all her clothes, staring at her completely bare body in the mirror. Usually gentle, she bit her lower lip, her small face filled with resentment and disgust. Disgrace, what utter disgrace, Dantai Lingyin. You actually let that man touch your body so brazenly. How can you face Hongyi? Even when that man held you tightly, you could have chosen to sever your own heart meridians to preserve your purity. Why didn't you? I hate you. Then she realized something even more terrifying. As she recalled that night at the washing immortal pool, her subconscious was trying to relive and reconstruct every detail of how that tall, cold man held her. The more she tried not to think about it, the more every lingering sensation resurfaced in her body. Unable to face it any longer, the naked girl's face flushed as she dove into the bedding. WWW. Hongyi, I'm so sorry. No, I still have one last chance. At the sect master election, half a month from now, I'll support Hongyi and help her ascend to the position. Only then can I use the power of the headquarters to completely break free from him. Meanwhile, within the Azura Hall of the Tsangming sect, in the grand hall of the Hall Master's residence. A middle-aged man in scholar's robes, clean-shaven, with a refined appearance, paced back and forth, his face full of worry. This man was none other than Ren Qianfan, the Hall Master of the Azura Hall. He said worriedly, "The ancestor ordered me to fully support Hongyi at the sect master election half a month from now. But that fierce tiger Taoist to the Rakshasa Hall wants me to ally with him, push him to the top, and he's promised me enormous benefits. My lady, in your opinion, what should we do?" Seated on the Hall Master's throne behind him was a mature, beautiful woman who looked to be in her late 20s, his wife, Han Jinyang. She seemed to completely ignore her husband's worries, calmly drawing her brows, her captivating phoenix eyes filled with indifference. She then cast a sidelong glance at her husband and said coldly, "You've already made up your mind, haven't you?" Ren Qianfan froze, then clenched his teeth. "Yes, I won't hide it from you. After weighing everything, I'm more inclined to support the fierce tiger Taoist. The Rakshasa Hall is riding the momentum now and has victory within reach. What do you think, my lady?" Han Jinyang let out a cold laugh. "What do I think? I think you're both stupid and vile, the most useless of wastes. That fierce tiger Taoist is ruthless and arrogant. Over the years, to expand his power and gain the elders' support, he's used every means imaginable, openly and covertly killing who knows how many people. What makes you think he'd share any spoils with you, instead of using the authority of sect master to swallow your entire Azura Hall whole?" Cold sweat poured down Ren Qianfan's back. He nodded. "Your insight is impeccable. If that's the case, should we fully support Hongyi? Though she's young, she is still my own niece. Supporting her now would be aid in a snowstorm." Han Jinyang snapped, "Idiot," and lifted her leg, kicking her husband hard in the waist. Ren Qianfan cried out in pain and fell backward. Fixing him with a sharp gaze, she cleared her throat. In this chaotic situation, the Azura Hall should remain neutral from start to finish, making everyone want to win us over. Remember this well: the greater the storm, the more valuable the fish. Still hanging his head, Ren Qianfan said weakly, "Understood, understood. But if Bai Qingling of the Yuluo Hall interferes, wouldn't the situation spiral out of control?" Han Jinyang looked into the void, her cold gaze gradually drifting, as if touching upon some distant memory. "It won't. You don't understand him. With your foolish perspective, you can't even imagine what kind of astonishing man he is. What he seeks is the ultimate Tao, something you and I could never glimpse even after a lifetime. These worldly affairs are beneath his notice." She then looked back at the cowering Ren Qianfan and kicked her shoe to his feet. "As for you, you're a piece of trash, so useless that even if your wife stood naked before you, you wouldn't dare do a thing." Ren Qianfan dared not retort, only lowering his head. "Yes, I'm a piece of trash." The next moment, he knelt down in humiliation, pressing his face toward the jade shoe. "I'm not worthy of you." The atmosphere in the room turned strange. Just then, an outside steward reported through a transmission talisman, reporting to the Hall Master. "Hall Master Bai the Yuluo Hall has come to pay a visit." Ren Qianfan turned toward the door. "Bai Qingling? Why is he looking for me?" The steward transmitted again. "Hall Master Bai says he has an important matter to discuss with your lady, and asks that you stand guard outside to prevent outsiders from learning the details." "What?" Ren Qianfan's body shook violently, his face changing completely. Years of pent-up humiliation ignited into boundless fury. "On my territory, making me stand guard? This is too much." He immediately grabbed his sword and strode toward the door. If Bai Qingling truly dares to barge in, he'll pay for it. At that moment, Han Jinyang said with a flushed face, "He's already inside." Seeing his wife like this, Ren Qianfan's heart jolted. A suffocating pressure descended, crushing every pore of his body. At this very moment, I had already stepped through the door. At this moment, Ren Qianfan was still lost in thought. It's been a long time since I last saw this man. He truly carries the bearing of a demon venerable who looks down upon the world. No wonder Jinyang always speaks of him with admiration. The sense of defeat in Ren Qianfan's heart grew stronger. In a daze, a terrifying image surfaced by Qing Ling standing beside his wife. With such a terrifyingly powerful, innate, formless demon body. Jin Yang, so delicate. How could she possibly endure it? She might break. He abruptly snapped out of it, turned, clenched his teeth, and shouted with full force by Qing Ling. When did you enter? Why did this hall master sense nothing at all? The next instant, Han Jinyang's voice drifted lazily from the throne. Hall master Bai, your primordial breath-concealing art truly deserves its reputation as the finest concealment technique in the world. With the cultivation of the two of us, we sensed nothing. I stepped forward and smiled gently at Han Jinyang. As expected of you, Jinyang, your insight truly surpasses that of certain others. Startled by the intimate address, her beautiful eyes widened, a blush spreading across her cheeks. What did you call me? Seeing his wife like this, Ren Qianfan finally realized what was happening and roared, "Insolent brat! How dare you be disrespectful to my wife? I warn you, don't be so arrogant in your youth. When I swept across the eastern lands and attained the demon venerable path, you were still in diapers." I ignored his impotent rage entirely, my gaze fixed on Han Jinyang. "Madam, I have come today with an important matter to discuss with you. May we speak in private?" Treated like air, Ren Qianfan finally exploded. "By Qingling, you are courting death." A bone-chilling female voice echoed through the hall. "Insolent fool, are you seeking death?" In the void, terrifying pressure erupted as layers of power intertwined, forming a golden phoenix apparition. She formed a seal with her hand, guiding the phoenix's true force, and hurled the shoe on the floor straight at him. Ren Qianfan felt his body go weightless, lifted uncontrollably, and flung toward the hall entrance. At the same time, bang, the massive door slammed shut. I took it all in, mildly startled within, yet calm on the surface. "Jinyang, why be angry? Your husband is merely worried that I might bully you." Han Jinyang snorted. "Oomph," as if that piece of trash needed to interfere. "Speak, Hall Master Bai. What brings you to my Azura Hall so late at night? Since you're so direct, I'll be equally straightforward. I've come to discuss the sect master election in half a month. I want you to stand on my side." Han Jinyang lowered her head, avoiding the nearly perfect demonic physique before her. "What makes you think I would agree?" I replied, "Because I can give you a reason you cannot refuse." Bending down, I picked up a crystal high heel and walked straight toward the figure on the throne. The next scene left her eyes wide and her heartbeat nearly suffocating. The young demon venerable who shook the cultivation world gently held her foot and patiently slipped the shoe back on. What is he doing? Before coming, I had exchanged a story card, allowing me to learn a hidden background of a certain supporting character. I am no devil. Fate simply chose to toy with you, madam. You wouldn't want your husband to lose his position as Hall Master, would you? Han Jinyang's tone hardened. Hall Master Bai, you've gone too far. I did not stop, continuing instead. I have an even more excessive story to tell you. The protagonist is named Yun Jiner. 20 years ago, the Yun family head accidentally caused the death of Emperor Yuantai of the Great Zhou. Aside from Yun Jiner, over 300 members of the Yun family were executed. At the time, the holy son of the Hahuan sect, Ji Taimei, coveted Yun Jiner's divine phoenix, true spirit body, and had her taken in as a saintess, intending, in truth, to raise her as a cauldron vessel. Unexpectedly, Yun Jiner seized the only chance of escape in her life, and, during her flight, came to know Ren Qianfan, a towering figure of the demonic path. Although Ren Qianfan clung to her relentlessly and was utterly detestable, and was even a eunuch, in order to escape Ji Taimei's pursuit, Yun Jiner still married him, becoming a chaste wife. If, just if, Hall Master Ren's unspeakable secret were exposed, and here to lose his position or even be expelled from the Tsaming sect, what do you think Ji Taimei would do then, madam? Hall Master Bai, this is truly despicable. Huh. Is there anything under heaven that I, the Qingling demon venerable, cannot do? Madam, you know what choice you should make. The words had barely fallen when Han Jinyang kicked him. By Qingling, I hate you. I caught her in my arms. Don't blame me. Blame your spineless husband. Struggling fiercely in my grasp, Han Jinyang shouted, "Let go of me, self-righteous by Qingling. You know nothing at all. Escaping the Huan sect wasn't my only chance. The other was you." I froze. When had such a thing ever happened? I couldn't remember it at all. I released her. I don't know what you're talking about. If you think I've wronged you, that's your affair. At that moment, Han Jinyang suddenly embraced me and kissed me. By Qingling, you've crushed countless prodigies and reigned undefeated. Have you ever been forcibly kissed by a woman? Never. Good. Then you'll never forget me for the rest of your life. That is the punishment for your forgetfulness. As the words left her mouth, shame surged within her. Heavens, what am I saying? I'm already a married woman. At the same time, the system voice rang out. Congratulations, host. You have successfully spread great love and gained 12,000 points. The next morning, Yi Hongyi was practicing her sword techniques at the edge of a cliff. Believe me, Sister Lingying, Hongyi will never betray you. I will do everything I can to fight for the sect master position and help you break free from that demon. By Qingling, that lecherous, hunched old man, I would rather die than marry him. At that moment, my figure slowly emerged from the mist. As expected of the Yi family's most perfect ice crystal pure, jade, sacred body. Such sword intent is worthy of praise. Unfortunately, this sword alone cannot harm me. Hall Master Yi, do you want the sect master position? Yi Hongyi was stunned. What do you mean? Even someone as arrogant as the fierce tiger, Taoist, wouldn't dare claim certain victory. Yet this man spoke so lightly, as if he could elevate her above all rivals with a single word. Hall Master Bai, answer me one question first. Have you met the ancestor recently? I nodded. Yes. Upon hearing this, Yi Hongyi grew excited. Good. I think I understand now. Don't get any foolish ideas. I won't marry you. I've already given my heart and body to someone else. We're impossible, at least for now. I smiled. Do you think that's what I seek? Power, wealth, and feminine beauty mean nothing to me. But you lost your parents young, and the ancestor had little time for you. Your loneliness moves me. So if you don't mind, become my daughter. Daughter? From husband to father. How perverse can this demon be? I took out the Tsaming soul ring. Hall Master Yi, I'm serious. Yi Hongyi was startled. Grandfather really gave you the Tsaming soul ring? If this is grandfather's final wish, I won't defy it. Then we officially join forces. When I ascend to the sect master position, I will not treat you unfairly. Hearing this, I shook my head. No, I want Hall Master Yi as promised now. Hall Master Bai, do you really want to be my father that badly? Huh, a godfather. The Tsaming sect is often called the Tsaming faith. There were precedents of young sect masters honoring a godfather. From now on, you will be the sect master, and I will be the godfather. Together, we'll make the Tsaming sect great again. But there is already a betrothal. How can my fiancé then acknowledge another as father? As she hesitated, a voice came from afar. Reporting to the hall master, Xiao Chun, the direct senior disciple of the Yingui Hall, requests an audience. I secretly rejoiced. As expected, Xiao Chun still arrived, just like in the original. Good thing I moved first. Otherwise, this ant would have used his earlier gains to open Yi Hongyi's romance route. Ye Hongyi pondered it. Xiao Chun, the one who barged into headquarters and spouted nonsense. I looked at her and spoke. Hongyi, there's no harm in meeting him. After all, our new relationship still needs an impartial witness. At that moment, inside the Black Moon Hall of the Tsaming sect, Xiao Chun paced anxiously. When he saw Yi Hongyi walking in with me, he froze. By Qingling, why is it you? What are you doing? I tightened my arm around Yi Hongyi. As you can see, I'm having a cordial exchange with Hall Master Yi. Given our relationship, this is perfectly normal, isn't it? There's nothing unreasonable about it. Xiao Chen's eyes went vacant in disbelief. You, what is your relationship? Since when? Before he could finish, my aura cut him off. Xiao Chun, do you have a right to question me? Last time I only severed one of your arms, and I still felt shortchanged. Don't force me to take more. Xiao Qin's heart sank. Why? Why did it turn out like this? He was supposed to die by my hand. Why am I falling further behind him instead? My strength, my fame, my woman, everything that should have been mine is gone. I feel like I'm living in that man's shadow. Night fell. In the Black Moon Hall, Yi Hongyi and Dantai Lingyin sat facing each other. Yi Hongyi thought to herself, that demon by Qing Ling is truly adept at manipulation. He excels at mental control. Godfather, if we ever marry, would he then demand a wife's duties from me? Meanwhile, Ling Yin's thoughts churned. That night at the washing immortal pool, why didn't I resist? And why did my body react so strangely? Whenever I picture playing in the water with Hongyi, another man appears in my mind. Why would I think this? Could be goo poison? From now on, can she and I still be honest with each other? Elsewhere, in the Yuluo Hall, the system issued a new main quest. Suppress and kill the fierce tiger Taoist. Spread liberating great love. Reward: Yama 10 destruction / I couldn't help complaining. Is it really necessary to hound a several hundred-year-old man to death? And calling suppression and killing great love? Have you no shame? Still, this was the first main quest, and it differed from the original. On what basis is the system steering the story now? As I pondered, since Xinger entered. Xinger greets Master. The tasks you assigned are complete. When the 3 letters reached the 3 elders, they immediately pledged to follow Master's arrangements. I also happened to learn of the fierce tiger Taoist reaction when he got the news. It turned out that shortly after Xinger delivered the letters, the fierce tiger Taoist learned that the 3 supreme elders were suddenly avoiding him and flew into a rage, proclaiming he would rally all disciples to change the dynasty and forge a brand new Songming sect. I laughed aloud. Those destined to perish are first driven mad. 3 letters, just a small ploy, and Home Master Fierce Tiger lost his composure already? Xinger, aren't you curious about what was written? Xinger shook her head and stepped closer. Whether to say or not is Master's choice. Why should Xinger be curious? Besides, compared to the letters, I'm more curious about how Master will reward Xinger. Since Xinger's movement knocked the cup from my hand. She hurriedly said, Xinger was reckless. Please forgive me, Master. I'll wipe it clean at once. I was deeply shaken. This girl was getting more and more bold, and I could no longer tell whether it was intentional or not. Meanwhile, at the sacred land of the ethereal cloud palace by the profound ice lake, Mu Xinlan sensed something and ended her cultivation early. That man is still alive. Summon the Tao leaders of the 4 orthodox sects. At once. Elsewhere, at the myriad hall of the Songming sect's headquarters, countless disciples had gathered, awaiting the sect master election. As soon as Hua Yuerong arrived, Hall Master Ren Qianfan of the Azura Hall and Han Jinyang followed. Ren Qianfan said awkwardly, My lady, I am at least the lord of the Azura Hall. Driving the carriage like a menial disciple is a bit too. Before he could finish, Han Jinyang cut in coldly. Already impatient? We're here. Get down and kneel. Ren Qianfan hesitated. But at least spare me some dignity and authority. Han Jinyang snapped, a fool obsessed with fame and face. How could you compare to that man the slightest? Who do you think propped up the Azura Hall? Kneel or not? Ren Qianfan could only kneel in humiliation. When Han Jinyang stepped on him, he paradoxically felt an almost blissful comfort. Han Jinyang looked toward the platform and sneered. Hua Yuerong arrived quickly. But that wicked man still hasn't shown up? Saintus, you keep staring at Home Master by his seat. Are you secretly colluding with him? Hua Yuerong replied icily. Lady Ren should mind Ren Qianfan's kind. You have no right to meddle in my affairs. Han Jinyang smiled playfully. Then does this man's business also have nothing to do with the Saintus? After some deep exchanges, I formed an intimate alliance with Hall Master Bai. Today, I'll fully support his bid. Hua Yuerong's gaze sharpened instantly. What did you say? Ren Qianfan, oblivious, began comforting himself. She's using Bai Qingling to clash with Hall Master Hua, so she still cares about me. But when will I get a seat? Meanwhile, in the Yuluo Hall, as Xinger watched me change clothes. Her gaze grew increasingly entranced. Shizuen's body is truly perfect. If it belonged to Xinger alone, how wonderful that would be. She snapped back and said softly, "Master, the bell at headquarters just rang. The election has begun. Shall we go now?" I activated the shadow-stealing demonic pearl. Not yet. We're still missing the final trump card. The pearl displayed Hong Pongzi rushing over with its Salming soul sword. When both sacred artifacts are in my hands, it will be time for my sword to leave its sheath, and that strike will be spectacular. Elsewhere at the headquarters, Hua Yuerong demanded coldly, "What exactly did you say to Bai Qingling? He would never ally so easily." Han Jinyang laughed. "You sound as if you know Hall Master Bai quite well. Could there be something unspoken between you?" At that moment, a brazen voice rang out, "What are you two doing? Today is a grand occasion. Bickering over trifles seems inappropriate." Both turned their heads, because they knew the fierce tiger Taoist was today's real trouble. With the fierce tiger Taoist's entrance, the sect master election formally began. Yi Hongyi grew restless. Will Bai Qingling come? Why am I even expecting him? A betrothal, a godfather. Fine, stand me up so I can hate you in peace. After Dantai Lingyin finished announcing the candidates, the fierce tiger Taoist leapt onto the stage. "Elders, why not settle this quickly today? Clear out the irrelevant rabble and let me and Hall Master Hua decide the winner at once." Dantai Lingyin said coldly, "Fierce tiger Taoist, as the left protector, I must remind you, this violates the rules." The fierce tiger Taoist sneered. "Rules? You know best how you got that protector post. Now, I doubt anyone could shield you anymore, including that pig and dog trash you call Shizuen." Dantai Lingyin's face turned icy, and she drew her blade and slashed at him. The fierce tiger Taoist casually produced a whisk and gave it a light flick, instantly blocking her strike. "Kneel before me." Just as Dantai Lingyin was about to give way, Hua Yuerong intervened in secret, shattering his whisk. Hua Yuerong stepped forward. "Fierce tiger, your opponent is me. What skill is there in bullying the young?" At once, the fierce tiger Taoist lackey, Luo Fenghua, stepped out. "Since Hall Master Hua says so, then as a junior, I'll take your lesson in his place." Yi Hongyi finally snapped. "You dare bully Sister Lingyin? Then let me, a candidate for sect master, fight you myself." Han Jinyang sensed something off. This is wrong. If we accept a challenge from a non-candidate, we're falling straight into Menghu's trap. Stepping onto the platform, Yi Hongyi realized that even if she defeated Hall Master Luo, other Hall Masters backing Menghu would emerge. Hall Master Luo immediately taunted her. "Hall Master Yi, what are you waiting for? Have you only now realized the tide isn't on your side? Even if Bai Qingling shows up, it won't matter. Taoist Menghu has mastered great compassion, soul-seizing art, rising to the top among the 4 Hall Masters. As for Bai Qingling, he was probably crippled by Saintess Mu long ago. That's why he dares not appear at the election. What kind of demon venerable is Bai Qingling anyway? The biggest coward in the Eastern lands. If he has the guts, let him kill me right now." The moment his words fell, a long sword pierced straight through his body. How the sect master is chosen is not for you to decide. I support Yi Hongyi. Hall Master Yi shall succeed as sect master. Who agrees? Who objects? Xinger called out before me. By decree of the Yuluo Hall Master, this election is hereby restarted. Master, please take the stage. I step before Yi Hongyi. Well done, Hall Master Yi. Leave the rest to me. I then turned to Dantai Lingyin. Lingyin, everything that just happened, Shizuen saw it all. It seems Salming sect has forgotten a very simple fact. Disciples of Yuluo Hall are not to be humiliated. My confidence came from 3 combat-grade goo insects I exchanged from the system before departing. The first, edge-bearing mantid, can store a strike below the divine transformation stage and detonate it at close range. That was the move that took Hall Master Luo Fenghua. To outsiders, it could only be a divine transformation level feat. Everyone must believe I have returned to peak divine transformation. Only then will this play proceed according to my script. I activated the second Gu, Thunder Shadow Cicada. My movement shifted with the force of a tribulation bolt. I don't waste time. Let's be direct. Supreme Elder Nangong, have the Hall Masters and above vote. The rest, stand aside. Daoist Menghu shouted, by Qingling, we've never crossed paths. Why block my way? Never crossed paths? Then whose backing did that mongrel Luo Fenghuo rely on to insult me in public? Fine. Since you want to play, I'll see it through. You want a high-level vote? I agree. You'll regret this, by Qingling. You have no idea whose Tsaming sect this truly is. I sneered. Oh, is that so? I hope you'll still look this imposing when the time comes. Menghu, your goal was always the sect master's seat. At worst, you expected to split factions and set up a rival banner. Too bad. I came here from the start to take your life. After the vote, 6 of the 10 Supreme Elders supported Yi Hongyi, while 4 backed Daoist Menghu. Menghu showed no surprise. 5 of the Supreme Elders bear the Yi surname. Don't celebrate too early. Dantai Lingyin continued. Of the 23 Elders of the Central Altar, 13 support Hall Master Yi. 10 support Hall Master Menghu. Menghu's composure finally wavered. He had expected a 7-vote lead, yet 5 elders defected at the last moment, by weighted count. Even if all remaining Hall Masters voted for him, the deficit was beyond recovery. By Qingling, you even manipulated the votes? Just then, Ren Qianfan spoke up. Dantai Lingyin, you missed the Hall Master tier votes. Though several Hall Masters are candidates, and thus ineligible, the one with voting rights must not be omitted. Ren Qianfan of Azura Hall cast 1 vote for Daoist Menghu. Before he finished, Han Jinyang kicked him to the ground. My apologies, everyone. My husband voted incorrectly. Publicly and privately, he supports Hall Master Yi of Black Moon Hall. Right, husband? She pressed down harder as she spoke. Why, yes. That is correct. Supreme Elder Nangong must have made a mistake. Please correct it. Menghu finally snapped. I'm done with this. All these years, how much have I done for the sect? How much grease have I fed you? You took the benefits gladly, yet stabbed me in the back when it matters. You're unfit for those seats. If Yi Hongyi can be sect master, so can I. I'll establish dual sect masters. I laughed disdainfully. A clown. You're talking about splitting Sangming's sect and ruining its foundations. Once those words are spoken, you won't leave the Hall of Myriad Forms alive. Look at Supreme Elder Nangong. He won't stand with you either. Realizing his slip, Menghu roared, by Qingling, you're despicable. I'll drag you down with me. Great compassion, soul-seizing art. By Qingling, bold enough. My demonic art will strike in a breath. Prepare to die. I chuckled. We'll talk when you're a corpse. Ever heard of the 1,000 Autumn Myriad Calamity, heart-shattering goo? A trivial goo, harmless to ordinary people. It doesn't eat flesh. It devours released demonic arts. The stronger the art, the more it feeds, and the deadlier it becomes. Care to gamble, your demonic art, or your peak divine transformation body? I clenched my fist lightly. A bloody hole exploded through his chest. At least hold on a bit longer. Let everyone place their bets. Daoist Menghu went completely mad. The flesh is nothing but decoration. You ants would never understand. Great compassion, soul-seizing, born by feeding demons. Great compassion, demonic soul body. Some worthless devouring goo. My demonic soul body is invincible, devouring souls and spirits. None can stop me. Your turn, by Qingling, a name with no substance. I remained calm and took a long sword from Xing. I'll wager your demonic soul body won't last even a moment longer than flesh. With that, I struck, under Menghu's horrified gaze. His demonic soul body was completely erased. Impossible. How could there be power that specifically counters a demonic soul? That sword, could it be? I rejoiced inwardly. That Sangming soul sword, paired with its amplification talisman. No wonder Feng Lishu erased so much. This was the true trump card of my play. As you can see, Daoist Menghu has accepted the election's outcome and ascended peacefully. Hall Master Yi is the heaven-ordained next sect master. Yi Hongyi seemed to make up her mind and knelt. Sect Master Yi Hongyi of Songming pays respects to the Godfather. I replied, Ma'am. So you decided? Yes. In accordance with my grandfather's final wish, I shall regard Lord Bai as a father. A teachable child. Your grandfather's possessions should, of course, be returned to you. I am merely honoring a promise. Congratulations, Sect Master Yi. Below the stage, Xinger clenched her teeth. Why should that girl get it? Why isn't the one by Master's side me? At that moment, Supreme Elder Nangong stepped forward. Hold it. I object. Hall Master Yi's ascension with overwhelming support is undeniable. On that, I do not object. But this man must not monopolize power by calling himself some so-called godfather. In thousands of years, our sect has acknowledged only one such title. What right does he have? I ignored him and looked to Yi Hongyi. She understood at once and declared loudly, if there is precedent, why not now? Or does Supreme Elder Nangong wish to imitate Manhwa and test Lord Bai's virtue? Nangong scoffed. Humph. Bai Qingling brazenly killed Luo Fenghua and Manhwa, two senior figures at Songming. If such acts go unpunished, chaos will follow. The sect master must give the entire sect an explanation. I chuckled. An explanation? I don't know you one. You're not worthy of hearing it. Heaven and earth bear witness to my authority. Nangong stared at the sword. He froze. Is that the blade you just used? Could it be the long-lost Songming soul sword of our sect? The Patriarch's decree states that one who holds both sacred artifacts may act alone and execute traitors. If this is genuine, then Bai Qingling truly possesses that authority. As he pondered, I stepped before him. You wouldn't dare call it a fake, would you? Was Menghu's fate not proof enough of its power? Xinger moved to my side. Supreme Elder Nangong, you dare insult my Shurzuan. This won't end here. I pinched Sin Xinger's cheek. Enough. Supreme Elder Nangong understands now. The matter is settled. We're leaving. At that moment, the system chimed. Main quest completed. Reward obtained. Yama's 10 absolute slashes. Night fell. Azura Hall, star-picking pavilion. Han Jinyong lay on the bed, her expression heavy. Seeing this, Ren Qianfan's thoughts wandered. My wife is the finest beauty of the 9 continents. Even Mu Xinlan can't compare. A woman adorns herself for the one she loves. Could tonight be for me? Suddenly, a voice came from outside. A perilous tower rises 100 feet. One could pluck the stars. Madame Run has refined taste. Ren Qianfan frowned. Why will Bai Qingling be here? Han Jinyang said calmly. Ren Qianfan, go invite Lord Bai in. His heart sank. What? You want me to bring Bai Qingling in myself? Before he finished, I entered. My thanks, madam. But the pavilion's restrictions can't stop me. A disciplined man like Lord Ren may step out with ease. I was invited to discuss important matters with your wife. Ren Qianfan erupted. Bai Qingling, you've gone too far. Do you think the Lord of Shura is for show? Today I'll wash away this humiliation. Han Jinyang stepped in front of me, anger flashing. Ren Qianfan, are you courting death? Terrified, he dropped to his knees. Madam, it's that thief's fault. I merely wanted. She cut him off. Out. No matter what sounds you hear later, you are not to come in. Understood? Seething. He still withdrew in humiliation, crouching by the door to eavesdrop. Inside, I recalled this storyline. Back then, Han Jinyang escaped Ji Taimei of the Hahuan sect, but not the love blossom desire Gu planted within her. Tonight marked its latest outbreak. No wonder the original work reveled in borderline romance. Han Jinyang gazed at me tenderly. The beast milk from the demon pet garden was quite pleasant, wasn't it? It's my honor that Demon Lord Qingling would taste it. Lord Bai is of age, yet still without a wife. With a household, fine immortal dishes, fragrant spirit tea. Wouldn't life be perfect? Her words brought Xinger to mind. I shook my head. Madam, let's be direct. Why did you invite me tonight? Seeing this, she licked her lips, thinking, he's shy. Has he fallen for me? She asked, between me and Home Master Hua, who is more beautiful? I was puzzled. Why mention Hall Master Hua all of a sudden? Han Jinyong casually rested her foot on my leg. Lord Bai, are you playing dumb? Or is this how you handle women? Do you know where these stockings come from? I answered earnestly, they're woven from silkworm silk with warding effects. My young disciple likes them too. She prefers white. In the next moment, Han Jinyong settled into my arms. So, do you like them? Looking at the black stockings, I thought, saying I didn't would be a lie, though the body's original owner might not agree. If it were by Qingling alone, he'd only find her attempt at pleasing him insufficient. She suddenly grasped my hand. By Qingling, you still don't remember? You were the one who gave me this celestial silkworm spirit silk. Memories surfaced. Ji Taimei knew that refining Dantai Lingyin into a pleasure puppet required living souls. So she summoned candidate saintesses of the Hahuan sect for me to choose from. My gaze fell on a young Yinjiner. Ji Taimei smiled with interest. Good eye. She bears the undying phoenix physique. Fine material. Her? I shook my head. No, just remembering something trivial. I handed over a piece of silkworm cloth. Take this. Look after yourself. When I remained silent, Han Jinyong hugged me. You wicked man. Making me remember you all these years. You owe me. With so many candidates, your eyes were on me, yet you didn't choose me. Why? I lower my head. Madam Run, your poison is flared. The love blossom desire goo, an arcane Hahuan toxin. You escaped the sect, not the poison. That selection was for sacrificial materials. You were the best fit, but it reminded me of my past. Gifted physiques lured and turned into living catalysts. I pitied you and myself. I owe you a favor from the sect election. Tonight, I'll repay it by detoxifying you. Outside, Rin Qianfan heard the commotion, curiosity rising. What were they doing inside? As he listened, the door suddenly opened. He demanded, By Qingling, what did you do to my wife? Why are you alone? Where is she? What's in your hand? Is that? I sneered. Poison residue, of course. You didn't even know your wife was poisoned? If you weren't so incompetent, would I need to step in? We're your Lord of the Azura, Hall, hat properly. Don't tilt it. My debt to Han Jinyong was partly repaid, but with Hua Yuerong, there was no easy way forward. There were clearly unrevealed secrets between us. Memories, even by Qingling's original body, had lost after splitting his physical essence. Those memories should be sealed in his heart, now kept in the Flame Demon Tower. I would have to make a trip there, for my memories and to reclaim the Demon Lord's peak strength. Elsewhere, at a cliff's edge, Xiao Chun raged, You short-sighted women. One day I'll make you pay and show you the true chosen of heaven. Yu Shuzi's divine sense spoke. Why the fury, disciple? There's still a turn. Yi Hongyi has ascended as sect master, and by Qingling became the Tsaming patriarch. Your schemes failed, but Saintess Mu says the fault isn't yours. She says the third demon-slaying crusade is inevitable, and there's a chance to erase by Qingling's true body. That task is for you, the chosen. One of the 4 forbidden demonic sources, the Flame Demon Tower, holds part of by Qingling's physical origin. Xiao Chun scoffed. That old Mu woman wants to use me as a pawn again? Why would Bai Qingling dismantle his perfect, formless demon body? Yu Shuzi replied, when Saintess Mu fought him, she discovered it was incomplete. He escaped only by relying on a separate physical origin. His soul was weak. She invaded his sea of consciousness and saw his weakness, a girl in an ancient tower. The girl was unclear, but the tower bore the plaque of the Flame Demon Tower. Xiao Chun realized, so that tower must house a vital organ of his origin. The keys lie with the sect master and the elders. That's why he backed Yi Hongyi. But even knowing this, we can't enter the tower. Yu Shuzi chuckled. Remember, an enemy's enemy is a friend. Who's most displeased by Yi Hongyi's rise? Xiao Chun answered, the supreme elder of the heavenly treasure pavilion, Nangong Fong. Meanwhile, in the Yuluo Hall, Dantai Lingyin handed over sealed ledgers. Hongyi, from today you are sect master. I transfer these to you in my capacity as protector. Yi Hongyi replied, Sister Lingyin, I hate minutiae. How about we keep things as before? Small matters to you. big ones together. Ling Yin refused. I won't overstep. Or you can consult the patriarch. Hong Yi grasped her hand. Ling Yin, are you angry with me for allying with Bai Qingling? It was grandfather's will. I must obey. He wanted me to form a Dao partner bond with Bai Qingling. But don't worry. If I truly marry him, it won't change us. We can keep our own terms. I'll still call you Sister Ling Yin, and you'll call me. Before she finished, Ling Yin fainted. Elsewhere, in the blood kitchen, I dreamed of Hua Yuerong again, bowing to heaven and earth. She asked, puzzled, Senior brother, why aren't you bowing? It's just play acting, I said. Why take it seriously? She faltered. Why not? You promised to go along with me. Tears spilled. Seeing this, I quickly said, don't cry. I'll do as you wish. Hua Yuerong immediately brightened up. Yay! I knew Senior brother dotes on me the most. Second bow. To the demon ancestor. She excitedly grabbed my hand. Quick, Senior brother, husband and wife, bow to each other. At that moment, I suddenly woke up. What's wrong with my head? Did someone try to assassinate me again? Suddenly, Xinger's voice came from beside me. Master, Xinger wants to be Master's little puppy. I sat up with a dark expression. Xinger, who allowed you to sit on my head? You're getting bolder by the day. Xinger hurriedly got up. Master, Xinger knows her mistake. It's just. Senior sister Dantai asked to see you, but Shizhuan hadn't risen yet. Xinger waited and accidentally fell asleep. Ling Yin? Got it. I'll meet her outside. A moment later, in a small pavilion, Ling Yin pays her respects to Shizhuan. Not far away, Yi Hongyi was secretly watching. She still couldn't accept this. Was she going to challenge that man for my sake? Or had she completely given up on me, planning to return to her Shizhuan's side? I'm such a fool. Why did I push her this far? What are they talking about? I can't hear clearly. At that moment, Dantai Ling Yin removed her clothes and said, Shizhuan, please stop controlling Hongyi's mind, that I know my purpose is to be a sacrifice. I'm willing to exchange myself for Shizhuan sparing Hongyi. If there's anything, let it fall on me. Don't hold back just because I am your disciple. Seeing this, Hongyi rushed over from afar. Ling Yin, what are you doing? Ling Yin hurriedly explained, listen to me. It's not what you think. Yi Hongyi said sadly, it seems I came at the wrong time. I lowered my head with a smile and pulled both of them closer. No, you came at exactly the right time. You are my disciple and my adopted daughter. We are a warm family. A family should join forces to conquer the demonic path, enter the Central Lands, and make Songming's sect great again. I then looked at Yi Hongyi and asked, Sect Master Yi, has there been any response to my request to retrieve the Flame Demon Tower key? Yi Hongyi hesitated. I reported it to the Supreme Elders, but Supreme Elder Nangong diverted the matter. He proposed opening the Flame Demon Tower as a trial ground for the disciples, to suppress the resurgence of the ferocious beasts and evil souls within. I sneered. So Nangong Fong wants to play this trick? He thinks I have only 3 direct disciples and wants to suppress Yuluo Hall with tens of thousands of fellow sect members? Dantai Ling Yin said worriedly, with senior sister absent, Xinger may not be able to overpower her peers. And Xiao Chun of Yingue Hall alone has already reached half-step core formation peak. I'm afraid. I looked at her quietly. Protector Dantai, are you not of Yuluo Hall? I was speaking of Yuluo Hall, yet you set yourself apart. I understand. You, Fairy Dantai, are of noble blood and broad vision. Unlike Xinger, that foolish girl who would give everything for her Shizhuan. Saying this, I gradually left the place. That should count as defusing the awkward scene just now. I still have to maintain the strategy of spreading great love. Can't afford any collapse. Watching me leave, Ling Yin felt vexed. Was that his expectation of me just now? I could have answered it. Why didn't I? Yi Hongyi comforted her. Sister Ling Yin, he is your Shizhuan after all. Your hesitation must have hurt him. But Ling Yin questioned Yi Hongyi instead. Hongyi, I'm truly disappointed in you. We once swore the Mirror Flower Oath. Look at what you're doing now, standing on that man's side and condemning the sister you were supposed to trust forever. Yi Hongyi froze for a moment, then said angrily, Sister Ling Yin, we swore not to let men touch us. Yet when I arrived just now, what were you doing? The one who broke the mirror flower oath first was you. Since you broke the oath first, don't blame me for losing restraint. This sect master will go to her fiancé. Tonight, the bridal chamber will be in Yuluo Hall. Those words struck Dantai Lingyin like a bolt from the clear sky. What? You're in that much of a hurry to become the lady of Yugue Hall? Even if someone's throwing a tantrum, I should be the one who came first. Meanwhile, inside the blood kitchen of Yugue Hall, Shinger was chanting an incantation. Since I walk the path of the netherworld, I obey the laws of the Yin sigils. Ghost Veil Garment. Heed my command, descend. A ferocious ghost general immediately manifested before her. Shinger exclaimed in amazement, wow. The demon forging pot really is a perfect match for my ghost control spirit body. It can actually summon such a powerful ghost general. Why did Master suddenly teach Shinger combat techniques personally today? This isn't even the kind of reward Shinger wanted. I let out a cold chuckle. It's all because of your senior sister. Girls really do grow up and drift away. With the upcoming Flame Demon Tower trial and the final enemy ahead, the entire Yugue Hall must grow stronger. Teaching you this technique today will indeed raise your strength significantly. But you must remember, there is no end to power. As my words fell, I casually swung my hand, and the ghost general was instantly cleaved in two. This was the reward for killing Taoist Menghu at the sect assembly, the tenfold Yama slash. As expected of a system origin ultra-rare artifact, even its weakest first slash carried such terrifying power. The Flame Demon Tower storyline has deviated from the original. It can only be the result of collusion between Xiao Chun and Nangong Fong, those two openly declared enemies. Why do you always treat me with such venomous hatred? What you truly lack is compassion. When the Flame Demon Tower trial opens, I will personally make sure to educate you properly. 2 days later, before the Flame Demon Tower at the Heavenly Demon Plaza, Nangong Fong announced, from today onward, the Flame Demon Tower will be opened as a trial ground. Any demonic miasma or soul-tainted treasures within shall belong to whoever claims first place. At the Yingui Hall side, Hua Yuerong asked, Xiao Chun, do you still remember the military pledge? Hearing this, Xiao Chun nodded. I remember. In this trial, this disciple must take first place. If I fail, I'll sever another arm. Hua Yuerong corrected him. You missed one line. Any strange objects aside from natural treasures must be handed to your master for inspection. You are not allowed to open them privately. Xiao Chun replied at once. Yes, disciple will remember. Hua Yuerong, and by Qing Ling, just wait for my surprise. Elsewhere, in the Azura Hall section, Ren Qianfan asked, Nie Zheng, are you ready? A hermaphrodite cultivator responded, I will live up to the title of Azura Hall's senior disciple. Nearby, Han Jinyang sneered inwardly. What could she expect from the castrated disciple of a half-eunuch husband? Before leaving last time, by Qing Ling and I already agreed on this cooperation. This time, we'll reap rewards far greater than the sect master election. Seeing Han Jinyang's behavior, I couldn't help thinking, she's getting bolder and bolder, clearly getting carried away. But is the pressure from the Yingui Hall really targeting me this directly? I then looked seriously at Xing. Shinger, this is the backup plan I prepared for you. The Phantom Clone Goo, activated at the critical moment, and I can lend you my strength. Shortly after, Dantai Lingyin spoke from the center of the platform. The time has come. According to sect tradition, the order of entering the tower will be decided by the candle brushing trial. 20 spirit-infused eternal candles will be arranged in a row. No spells or artifacts allowed. Only externalized true essence. Whoever extinguishes the most candles in one attempt enters first. Yugue Halst and Shinger, please go first. Shinger stepped forward and said, Silly ghost, lend me your strength. Extinguish. In the next instant, a gust of Yin wind swept through, putting out 15 candles. Nangong Fong was visibly moved. Impressive. These spirit candles aren't easy to extinguish. Xiao Chun had better not disappoint me like Menghu did. At the same time, Xiao Chun strode forward confidently. That's it. Yingui Hall Xiao Chun, requesting a trial. He sneered inwardly. A proud bitch and a slave begging to be disciplined. You'll regret missing the favor of this chosen one. True Chi rise. With a single sword strike, 17 candles were instantly extinguished. Nangong Fong laughed joyfully. Excellent. 17 candles with one strike. This is the highest record among disciples below Hallmaster rank in Songming sect history. It seems the first entry slot is settled. Any objections? Dantai Lingyin watched this scene, recalling my words, that her bloodline was noble and her vision broad, unlike Xing, who was willing to give everything for her master. She also remembered Yi Hongyi's words. Since Lingyin was the first to break the oath, don't blame Hongyi for losing restraint. This sect master would seek her fiancé tonight and consummate the marriage in Yugue Hall. Thinking this, she suddenly stepped forward. Wait. Dantai Lingyin of Yugue Hall requests to attempt the candle brushing trial. Nangong Fong's expression darkened. Protector Dantai, you hold the position of sect protector and are also one of the trial hosts. Entering personally, doesn't that violate the rules? Seeing this, Yi Hongyi's thoughts fell into turmoil. Lingyin, are you really drawing attention just for that man? That day, when you were open with the Shurzwen who raised you, was it truly what I feared? So be it. Our mirror flower oath no longer needs to continue. From now on, we each go our own way. Go back to your Shurzwen. With that, she stood and said, Protector Dantai is both a sect protector and a disciple of Yugue Hall raised by the Godfather. Such conduct is an act of honoring one's teacher. Even among the demonic path, there is no reason to condemn it. Hearing this, Lingyin froze. Hongyi? She thought. You already say Godfather so naturally. You even wanted to consummate the marriage with him earlier. Have you too followed in Xinger's footsteps, completely bewitched by that man? Nangong Fong could only concede. Since the sect master has spoken, we shall witness Protector Dantai's technique. In the next instant, Dantai Lingyin casually waved her hand. 20 spirit candles were extinguished at once. Elder Nangong, the priority entry token will be taken by Yugue Hall. She then came before me. Dantai Lingyin has fulfilled her duty and secured the token for Yugue Hall. I request Shurzwen's permission to lead the team into the Flame Demon Tower. Moments later, Nangong Fong's voice rang out. The Flame Demon Tower trial officially began. Farsight Water Mirror, activate. Watching the projection, I thought, elders observing disciples inside the tower, just like in the original work. It was meant to showcase Xiao Chen's moment of glory. Too bad his spotlight is about to be stolen again. Xinger, don't disappoint your Shurzwen. Inside the Flame Demon Tower, Xinger said, judging by the stone chamber, we should be in the northern zone of the first floor, the farthest from the next stairway and the most dangerous. Suddenly, a ferocious roar echoed. Lingyin realized it at once. An evil beast had awakened. The trial had begun. All units, be on guard. Form the Xianyuan demon-suppressing array. Xinger, stop spacing out. Enter the formation. Xinger, however, looked excited. Such dense, baleful energy. This is a core formation stage demon, the Crimson Fiend. Got it. It's on the list. Seeing Xinger hesitate, Lingyin called out anxiously, Xinger, what are you doing? Each of these demons is no weaker than you. Xinger replied indifferently, it's fine. Master already prepared a one-of-a-kind incantation for me. She then walked up to the Crimson Fiend. Let me tell you quietly, we're personal disciples of Demon Venerable Qingling. At once, the Crimson Fiend dropped to its knees. Please don't hit me. I failed to recognize greatness. I'll go back underground and sleep. You there, hurry and escort these immortals to the next floor. Outside, Nangong Fong nearly broke down. This defies all logic. The Crimson Fiend is a tower-guarding evil beast, yet it not only holds back, it even helps them clear the trial. Yugue Hall is cheating. I propose stripping Yugue Hall of its trial qualifications. Seeing this, I couldn't help but sneer. Cheating? I've walked the Flame Demon Tower twice. Any evil being with real strength has already tasted my methods. Granting them the honor of guiding the way is my reward. How could that be called cheating? Just then, Han Jinyong slowly stepped to my side. Oh, has our demon venerable Qingling been picked on by that old Nangong again? If you agree to continue what we left unfinished that day, my Azura Hall can offer you even greater support. I was puzzled. What that day? What your Azura Hall? What one step further? What exactly was this woman talking about? That day, I had already drawn a clear line with Han Jinyong, ending things by expelling the love blossom desire goo from her body. Her marriage, however, was born of circumstance. Her husband was impotent, and years of goo poison left her with no outlet. I understood now. Such was her nature. Without obtaining what she desired, she would never stop. I smiled. Madam Run, your courage is admirable. Not only in front of Hall Master Run, but even before the sect elders. You're forcing me to respond to your provocation. At this moment, Nangong Fong looked solemnly at Yi Hongyi. Sect Master, Bai Qingling has openly disregarded this elder's censure. I request severe punishment for Yugue Hall. Yet Yi Hongyi's gaze remained fixed on the far sight water mirror. Is Bai Qingling's method pampering Lingyin? No, I refuse to lose my exclusive favor. She said to Nangong Fong, this sect master believes the elder's words are biased. Using strategy to prevail better reflects the spirit of our demonic path. Must trials always be resolved through straightforward slaughter? Nangong Fong, your thinking is starting to resemble that of self-proclaimed righteous hypocrites. As the words left her mouth, she thought, yes, as a sect master supported by the Godfather, this is how I should act. Godfather, did you feel that? Meanwhile, on the second floor of the Flame Demon Tower, Dantai Lingyin looked at the bronze statue ahead. That statue is called the Annihilator Qin War Steed. It is formed from the soul of the founding ancestor's mount. Its duty is to test whether a cultivator's demonic heart has been dulled by worldly desire. Once someone steps onto the stone platform, the trial begins. As long as one person passes, the entire team may proceed. Lingyin grew tense. What if I step up and the war steed exposes my feelings for Hongyi? On the other side, Shinger's face flushed. I harbor so many shameful thoughts toward Master. What if the statue speaks without restraint? With that thought, the two exchanged a knowing look and spoke at the same time. Maybe you should go first.